Good morning, welcome back. Nice sunny morning again. I thought we'd start and have a look around some of our mainline machinery this morning. I'll describe what we've got, show you. This is our drill, 6 metre Vaddy. Good drill. A lot of you probably know they do a damn good job. And you can get on with them, put a lot of acres in the ground as well. We have a set of cultivation discs at the front just to tickle it, then some levelling paddles, and then 2 rows of staggered coulters. And the wheels at the back, they firm it in, and it really does give even germination. Next, a great implement is the Great Plains Simba Cultipress. It's a 6.6 metre. It's a set of leading proactive tines on, which can shatter the soil. Variable for depth on pins and slots. And you've got your levelling paddles and your double DD rings. And they're laid out well because the levelling paddles, they push any clods sideways and it pushes them into the path of the DD rings, which slice them. Yeah, it makes a really good job on a firm seed bed. To be honest, we use it quite a lot. It's one of the main cultivation tools. Next, in the shed, we have the Great Plains Simba SLD, 4.2 metres wide. Which this is our main cultivator really, because we do minimal cultivations. So as you can see, it's got a set of discs at the front just to chop up and mix. They can be adjusted for angle through aggressiveness on a winding turnbuckle up there. Then we move on to the soil loosening legs, which are adjustable for depth and anywhere from about 7 inches up to down to about 12 inches, which is plenty deep enough on ours. We usually run tungsten tip points, which these are, and they'll last a whole season, so really good. Saves a lot of downtime wearing them. And if you notice, these legs, they're on hydraulic rams, which is a breakback mechanism. Keep them pressured up, so if it's a big obstruction, they can kick back without damaging the machine. And that pressure can be set through pressure gauge in the cab. Well, sorry, not in the cab, on the actual frame, and it'd be increased or decreased depending on how you want them to react. Then after the lower loosening legs, we have another set of discs which chop again, level up any disturbance from the legs, and then followed by the DD packer rings, just like on the Cultipress, to firm it down. The DD rings are good because they leave a nice surface, and they seem fairly weatherproof, to be honest. You get a lot of rain after you've worked it and you think it'll not travel, but just give it time to soak, and yeah, it does a good job. Often we just go over with this once, and then with the Cultipress, and we have a seed bed. Yeah, there's a lot of weight in this machine. It's really well built. Then on to the Simba or Great Plains Flatliner, 4.5 metres, 7 legs, which we use for any serious pan busting. Same again, tungsten tip points on them, last a long time. But we also use this as our rape drill. We have a Opico Verocast seeder on the back, which blows rapeseed down to the back, onto these plates, and it just spreads it behind the subsoil leg and then we have a DD packer on the back to firm it in, which makes a good job. We also apply starter fertilizer with a rape, which is where the rubber gloves are, and we have outlet jets behind where the rapeseed spread. Obviously they've been taken off at the minute because we've just been using it as subsoil, and then we have a tank on the tractor Challenger to pump it to the back. Do about, I'm not sure if it's 5 hectares of fill, I might be wrong at that. But yeah, another good bit of a kit. Yeah, so we're all Great Plains for our major kit. And then finally in here we have the Challenger, which is our other frontline tractor. It's a 765E. Yeah, good machine. Treads really lightly. It's on 30-inch belts. Yeah, and it does the majority of the cultivation work. Yeah, and it also does the drilling. It's on the back of the drill, as you can see. So yeah, this is just shy of 400 horsepower. It's about the same as the 939. Yeah, pulls really well. Really strongly made. And when you look at the back end of it, and the arms and everything, yeah, it's designed to pull, and a massive drawbar on it. What else we got? Oh, I have a hedge trimmer in here. That's the Bomford hedge trimmer. It's due to, we're getting a new one of them this year, so when you see that going, it'll be the new one. About 6 metre reach, forward reach on it, variable geometry reach. So at least you can see down the side of the tractor, which is really handy, so you're not getting a stiff neck all the time. Yeah. Oh, here we are, the wheel weights off the 939. Ton wheel weights. Yeah, there you go, 1 ton. We've made a special carrier to lift them in and out to make the job easy. So it takes about 15 minutes to remove them, and maybe slightly longer, 20 minutes or so to fit them. So it's a really quick job. So it's well worth the effort removing them if you don't need all the weight on. So yeah, good setup. Yeah, a KRM. It's our fertilizer spreader. We spread compound with this, and a bit of nitrogen, and some polysulfate with it. It's a good spreader. It's a fairly basic one, but it does what we want at the minute, so that's all that matters. But yeah, they're a well-built machine. Yeah, finally you've seen these cousin rolls, these HD rolls, contour following rolls in an earlier video. They're a good set. They've got the breaker rings on them and everything. So yeah, the only thing I haven't shown you in our cultivation kit, we don't have a lot, but what we do have gets used fully. We don't have any excess. The only thing I haven't shown you is the plough, which I'll show you now. This is corn store number 1. It's only a small store, but it's got a good drive on wooden floor in it. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to show you the plough. Yeah, that's the old combine bed, which obviously is sold, so it'll be disappearing shortly off the farm. Yeah, with a Kurt Vernland, an LO plough with a 300 headstock on it. Number 28 bodies, good bodies them, in plough wide in furrow. It's only a 6 furrow. We could handle a 7, but to be quite honest, on some of the heavier land, if it's a wet back end and we're ploughing, it's as much as you want really to make a good job. We don't do a lot of ploughing basically anyway, so what we do, it's good enough. We plough for peas maybe a bit of second wheat. It's a reset button for the black grass on the min cultivation job. So yeah, it's plenty good enough for what we do. It's a vary width, full vary width, opens up to 20 inches and shuts down to 12 inches. So yeah, it's a fairly handy plough. I mean, when it's opened, we don't often have it opened right up. Only some real light sandy land sometimes, but you can plough 20-inch furrows. But normally I like to plough about 16-inch furrows, especially for winter ploughing. Makes a better job. So yeah, basically that's our machinery lineup. I just thought I'd show you this actually while we're looking at machinery. It's our homemade Bowser trailer. It's a 6,000 litre poly tank on a load twin axle flatbed with a Honda engine on the back. And we use it for, well, not so much ferrying water out to the sprayer, but liquid fert. I know it's only the same capacity as the sprayer, but it works for us at the minute, and it makes a big difference if you can stay in the field and have somebody bring fert out to you. Yeah, you can pump it either way. We can actually pump out of tanks with it as well as pumping into the sprayer, or I often suck it out as it is rather than use the engine when I'm filling the sprayer from it. But yeah, the engine's used for filling from the liquid fert tanks in the yard, and with like a little chemical locker on the front, so you can put things. Not handy though, must admit it's too high. It won't be good for spraying because there's a lot of chemical obviously you have to take with you. So, but for liquid fert, yep, it's bang on. That's it for this week's edition of Video Diary on the Farm. Been a bit different, showing you around the machinery shed and machinery. So just give you a bit of insight into how we operate. And yeah, I hope you liked it. So if you did, hit that like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.